thank you everybody for being here. It's going to be an interesting afternoon talking about disability etiquette and what that actually means as a lived experience for people who are disabled. Perhaps we should start off with what people are doing right. If you have a think about when you've been into a shop or a service locally and it's been really, really good. I'm hoping everybody's got examples of that. So perhaps if we start with Bill.
I live in Downpatrick, which is a small town, and there are certain shops which I go into regularly because there I get a really good service. It's all about attitude of the people who you're meeting. If they react to you as a human being, come up to you, interact, then you can make your needs known. And because of that, I keep going back to those shops, which has got to be good for their business. Mm-hmm. There are other shops which I've been into once. Either I just can't get in because as being a wheelchair user, I can't get past loads of displays and baskets of things lying around the shop. And unless I get a positive attitude, I don't go back.
I would have the same issue with my guide dog, and access into the shop is very, very important because sometimes the clutter at the door is really hard to manage. I need that space because Alex and I are a unit, and particularly if you're trying to get into a restaurant and maybe people are there where they're shopping, so there's shopping as well. And it can be outside the restaurant as well, and it's very much about the approach of the people that are serving in the shop. And if they're welcoming, you'll want to go back there. And if they sort of say, can I help you, and can I help you find a place, and that sort of thing, if it's a cafe, it's very, very helpful.
I have one brilliant one. I went into a shop in town, I was not for myself, shopping for a younger relative, a clothes shop, and the noise was horrendous. And I couldn't believe it. The guy turned around and turned the sound off, turned the music off. Right. And I thought, good on you. I don't shop in this shop all often, but if I ever need to shop like this, I'll be back here.
So that's some awareness that you were not managing in that environment.
Oh, sound is horrendous. Sound is the same way people can't walk on the floor. Yeah. I mean, most shops I go into, I can't hear.
Okay. Bill, did you want to add something there?
One of the most dispiriting things I sometimes find is the minute I leave the shop, I can see them already putting it all back. So I know I'm going to have the same problem next time. Yeah. So I just make a mental note, it's not worth it.
And in terms of not just the physical clutter in the place, but somebody could change that and turn the sound off. Roisin, have you got positive experiences of where people have picked up and changed things?
All I need is a smile from somebody when I go in, and that tells me it's a safe place. This person's going to be easy to sort of interact with, and if I need something I can go to them. And I don't mean sort of fussing or anything, just a smile, just an acknowledgement that I've come into the shop and they're there to help.
That's kind of like good customer service, at any rate, isn't it?
I always regularly go to a cafe in Newry called Grounded Coffee, and the community, the staff community, their attitude is so fantastic. The first time I went in, however many years ago it was, it's exactly like Roisin says, it's the smile that's so important to make you feel comfortable. And then, obviously being deaf, I'm a little bit more visual, so if I'm pointing to something, it'd be easy to be put off, but the staff are so accepting of that. And they'll always try, if I'm ordering, an Americano, it's a really difficult word to say. So if I say it and the staff don't necessarily understand, they'll get a pen and paper out immediately, and I go, brilliant, I can actually write it down. And the cappuccino, we can develop a little sign for cappuccino, like putting a cap on your head, and now they know, and they're spot on with me. They know exactly who it is, and they comment on different things whenever I come in now. It's a really good rapport.
Part of a shop being welcoming is there not being clutter at the door. If it's open. I mean, it's nice for them to sell things and have selling points, but it's not very welcoming. And the other thing is that people have mentioned about people having a smile and not being judgmental and being sharp enough to assess that a person has different needs.